our amazing volunteers with the Southeast Environmental Task Force and activists and mentor to youth and eco warrior. And there's not enough nice things to say about Sam Corona. Sam Corona.
Well, I'm a lifelong resident of the 10th Ward. I only had a beautiful stint of 4 years in the Marine Corps, traveling the world, then I had to come back here. What I've learned in my experience of living here is, hey, we're Southsiders, we're resilient people. We're as hard as the steel that was pumped out of the Southworks, right? So, you know, what I realized when we started gathering and we started meeting with other activists and other caring individuals that live in our community is that our community wanted to rebuild itself. You know, for so long we've been an isolated community of individuals, but as we started working together and started to fight, you know, Petcoke and the industries that have been poisoning us, poisoning our community, you know, we started to see, you know, rebuilding a community that we haven't seen in years. And we've started to see the community starting to actually get community members that have been quiet, that have been sitting there watching us, you know, wanting to speak with us, wanting to get out there and join us. Our lines have gotten longer in protest, you know. And the one thing I can say is I'm proud that, you know, our side of the city finally gets to see, you know, the beautiful, amazing, you know, artwork that Terry Evans and the rest of the artists done. But, you know, the one thing is that I want you to realize is that our struggle is just starting. This right here is just, you know, for us, it's another step. It's a ladder that we constantly keep on climbing, right? Because clean air, clean water, clean earth isn't something that just we want, it's something that we need, you know. And I'm going to tell you, the reason why I got involved in this is because of a quote I read. And the quote is this land is not given to us by our forefathers, but it's borrowed to us by our children. So I do everything I can so that my kids right here, you know, can have a better life. They can breathe a lot easier. So they don't have to fight as hard as we do, you know. So support us, support our message, and keep sharing the struggle. Thank you.
Awesome. So I know everybody's really excited to get to your tour and to check out the wonderful art and get a free hot dog. And there's also snacks in the library. When you come into the library, you make a left and then you make another left. There's a meeting room with some snacks and some of the artists, Terry and Brian, just raise your hand. We'll be there to talk a little bit more about the work. So we have some folks who have volunteered to do a tour, to walk in a group together. Can you raise your hand, Peggy? Peggy and Karen. So we have 2 tour guides today, is that right? Anybody else had a volunteer? Okay, just want to make sure. And we have work that's here. When you walk into the YMCA, there's 2 walls. And that's the artwork also. You can't go past. In the YMCA, you have to get buzzed in to use the facility, so it's just in the first entrance. And then at the library, when you walk in and you go to your left, you'll see some of Terry's beautiful portraits that she did of the activists who are working on the Petcoke exhibit.
Including Olga, Sam, and Benedict.
And I know it's still a little surreal. My face is. Okay. Anyway, so let me stay focused here. So I just want to make sure people know that Peggy and Karen can lead the tour, or you could do it by yourself. Also, Rozalinda, one of the artists, is outside. She's doing a silk screening not exercise, but a silk screening project. So you can come.